Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kriya Yoga Blend. Today we're going to do a Kriya for elevation and probably weave in some sun salutations. And as always, we'll focus on the bandhas and some mantra and some breath and all the good things. And we will start. I'm just going to put it in the chat again. Mostly we start with Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. And this translates into I bow to the teacher within me, or I bow to the divine wisdom that lives within me. So that's Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. We'll use that. We'll probably use Sat Nam, is very common in our Kundalini practice. And Sat Nam translates into I'm truth, or truth is my identity. And we might do some Oms. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll do Om. Om, when you chant Om, so everything in the universe is vibrating, whether you see it or not. It's like the cells in your body, the cells in animals, the cells in trees and plants, and even inanimate objects are still vibrating, like their cells are still moving at some level. So when you chant Om, you're tapping into that vibration, the vibration of like all that is, the vibration of the universe. So that's why we chant Om. And Om helps us to connect with our higher chakras as well, usually the 6th and the 7th. And I think that's about it. Let's go ahead and begin. Let's come on to our mat. And I encourage you especially in the Kundalini parts of the practice, there can often be a lot of sitting. So if you have a meditation cushion, I definitely recommend using it. If you've got a pillow or a blanket, sit on the edge of it, give yourself just a little boost, bring your hips a little higher than your knees, makes this feel more accessible for sure. So let's begin by first just rubbing the palms together. If you've noticed at the beginning of this practice or Kundalini practice, there's kind of a way you start and a way you end. And this is a way to kind of create sacred space. It's like, okay, I'm settling in, I'm coming into this practice. I'm allowing this time for myself. So we're rubbing the palms, creating some energy, some heat here. Then we're going to take that energy and send it into our higher chakras, the 6th and 7th, by bringing the hands over the closed eyes. So let that soak in for a moment. Take a long deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Breath in through the nose. Exhale mouth. Once more, inhale nose. Exhale mouth. Bring the hands over the throat, over the heart, and then back, palms down on the thighs. We'll start with our chant of Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. We'll do it 3 times. We'll take a long deep breath in, chant Om Namo Guru Dev Namo, and inhale, do it again, inhale, do it again. And when we chant, know that because of the Zoom settings, I will most likely cut out. Don't worry about that. The importance is your chant, your vibration. And that's really what the mantra. So when we sing words like Sat Nam and Om Namo, here in the West, we're really tied to like, what does that mean? But what's actually more important is the vibration that it invokes in your own body. So don't be afraid, really let it go. Let's start. Long deep breath in. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Breath in. Om Namo Guru Dev more. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Rest in awareness. Let's take the time to connect with our mind, our body, and our spirit. See what is there in this moment. Before we move on, let's join in our intention for today. So our Kriya is based around elevation, and what you're wanting to elevate is up to you. You could be elevating your physical game, your emotional intelligence, your mental patterns, choosing thoughts that serve you. So whatever you're wanting to elevate, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a position at your work, whatever you're wanting to elevate, let's connect with that in this moment. One more breath in. And exhale, let that go. And before we start with our Kriya and our sun salutations, I want to take a moment just to talk about Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath is something that is used very commonly throughout many yoga practices or the diversity of yoga that's available. So I want to talk about how you actually get into Ujjayi breath, because we talk about there's a constriction of the throat and the breath should be audible, but how do we actually make that happen? So with the Ujjayi breath, you're going to inhale through your nose and then exhale out your mouth like you're fogging up a mirror. So that is the breath I want you to start with. So take a breath in, exhale, fog up the mirror. Breath in, exhale, out the mouth, fog up the mirror. Now you take that same breath and you just close the mouth. Inhale, exhale, mouth closed. So that is your Ujjayi breath. It's fogging up the mirror, mouth closed. It's very audible. Sounds like kind of ocean waves or oceanic in quality. And there's kind of this restriction in the throat as well. Ujjayi breath is used very common, and it's a breath that helps to calm, but also to kind of build some heat in the body as well. So I just wanted to bring that to your intention before we start, because we're going to use it in our sun salutations. So let's come into table, stacking shoulders and hips. Spread the fingers really nice and wide. And we'll flow through just a little bit of cow cat to get warmed up. Inhale, cow pose, sink the belly, lift and open the heart. Exhale, cat pose. Now go ahead right away here, start connecting with that Ujjayi breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Once more, inhale, exhale, hold your cat pose. Hold your cat, press the floor away, tuck your chin in towards the chest. You can even walk the hands a little closer back towards the knees for a little bit more intensity. And now I want you to consciously breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. See if you can connect with your Ujjayi breath. It might feel a little more challenging in this position, but I want you to do it anyway.
Keep consciously sending the breath into the back sides of the lungs, upper back. With every inhale, you're lifting that upper back even closer towards the ceiling. A little bit more. Keep going. The last one. Exhale, slowly come back to your table. Walk the hands out. Find downward facing dog. Connecting the tops of your palms. Tuck the toes. Reach the hips high. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Movement or stillness here to begin. And throughout our sun salutations, I really want you to focus on that Ujjayi breath, adding it in to your practice. Inhale, bend your knees, gently lift the head, look at the space between the thumbs, or you can look at the space between the big toes. See which one feels better in the neck. Pausing here, keep connecting with breath, scoop the belly in and up. On your exhale, forward fold, top of your mat, you can jump or step. Knees are soft, release and let go. Maybe a little yes and no nod here. And then reconnect with that breath where you focus on the backside of the lungs, right here. Inhale. Exhale. Send the breath to the shoulder blades. Keep going. What's so great is about breath. You could just do multiple classes just on breath technique. Once more. On your inhale, halfway lift. Bring the hands to the shins. Take the shoulder blades together and down. Reach the crown of the head long. Pausing here. See if you can really find that nice flat back, like if you wanted to sit a tea saucer right here on your low back or your sacrum area. You could do it. Your belly is strong, in towards the spine, up towards the breastbone, shoulder blades together and down. Holding here. Breath in. Exhale, forward fold, melt. Inhale, mountain pose, reverse dive all the way up. Bring the hands to the heart. Mountain pose. Get really grounded in the feet. So the feet are spread wide. The toes are spread wide. Your feet are together for the most part. And actually, I want you to bring the heels in towards one another for this round of mountain. Bring the heels in, spread the toes, feet grab, kneecaps pull up towards the hips. Navel pulls in, tailbone lengthens down. Shoulders melt. Chin slightly draws towards the throat. So we're starting to hit the bandhas. So when we draw the chin in towards the throat, this is neck lock. It's one of the bandhas, and the bandhas help kind of circulate the energy up and down the length of the spine. So you're kind of taking the curvature actually out of your spine here in your mountain pose. Standing tall with the thumbs in towards the sternum or the breastbone. Reconnect with this idea, our intention of elevation. When you're ready, inhale, mountain, reach the hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back. Chaturanga. I'm going to walk you through this first chaturanga. Can be on the feet or the knees. I'm just going to drop down to show that. Lowering down, elbows hug the sides of the body. Let's come up into Sphinx pose to start. Sphinx pose. Elbows under shoulders, hands pressed down. Nice opening in the collarbones. Now, whenever I'm in Sphinx or Cobra or Upward Dog, I always want to think about the engagement of my abdominals and my glutes so that my low back still feels supported. So there's this light pulling in of the tummy and a light engagement of your glutes or your butt cheek muscles. Breath in, exhale, downward facing dog. And that gets more important the bigger you go. So when you start to go into your Cobra or even an Upward Dog, that becomes more important. Downward facing dog. Okay, let's roll through a few more sun salutations. Inhale, bend your knees, choose your focal point. Exhale, forward fold, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, reverse dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Connect the thumbs into the sternum. Inhale, mountain, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Step or jump back. This time I'm going to stay on the feet and show that. So if you're staying on the feet, I want you to prioritize a launch forward. So you press into the feet, launch forward, lower down, elbows hug the body, come up into, I'm going to choose a baby cobra this time. Keep the hands next to my rib cage. And so that launch forward is important because it helps build the strength in your upper body. Exhale, down dog. Not only for sun salutations and chaturangas, but for other poses in your practice as well. Let's do it again. Inhale, bend your knees, choose your focal point, forward fold, top of the mat, jump or step, halfway lift, forward fold, mountain pose, all the way up. Hands to the heart. Mountain. Inhale, sweep up. Forward fold. As you hinge, you're scooping the belly in and up, leading with the collarbones. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Feet or knees. You choose. Make it your own. Coming up into your variation of Sphinx, baby cobra, or a full cobra. Grab those abdominals and glutes again. And end in downward facing dog. Breath in. Exhale, come down to the knees. Let's take a little child's pose. Knees wide, big toes come into touch. Walk the hands out here as far as you can. I want you to stretch into the sides of the body. Is there space? Can you walk the hands out a little bit more? And then reconnect with your Ujjayi breath. Consciously breathe into the back sides of the lungs. Now, Ujjayi breath, that's not necessarily the intention, is to breathe into the back sides of the lungs. That's just where I'm drawing your attention today with your breath, because it's not a place that we think about breathing into. We think about breathing into the belly, the chest, even the tops of the shoulders, but rarely do we consciously connect with, oh, my lungs actually expand the backside of my body as well, or they can. Breath in and breath out. The last inhale. Exhale. Let's come into seated. All right. Come into seated position. We're going to start with Ego Eradicator. which also involves breath of fire. So breath of fire, just as a simple cue, is inhale through the nose, exhale out the nose, inhale halfway, exhale, this really strong pumping of the navel. You pull the navel in so strong that the breath gets pushed out, and then the inhale is like this kind of natural recoil. That's kind of the intention of breath of fire. Breath of fire is awesome for stoking the fires of your own personal power and self-esteem, because we're really targeting the third chakra, your solar plexus. It's also going to strengthen, tone all the muscles in your core, so that's awesome too. And it's a workout for the lungs as well. So ego eradicator, you take the thumbs up. So in yoga philosophy, the thumb represents the ego. So we're going to go up with the thumbs at about a 60-degree angle and make sure that your lower body's comfortable. So grab that meditation cushion if you need to. We're going to be here for 3 minutes. So this is a Kriya for elevation. So sometimes when we elevate ourselves, our ego needs to just drop down a little bit. We don't want to get rid of it all the way, but it needs to maybe take a little bit of a backseat for us to kind of rise to where we're needing to go. Let's begin. Take a full deep breath in. Breath out. Inhale halfway. Exhale, breath of fire. Going. So the eyes are closed and your focal point is at your third eye, which is in the center of your forehead. You have this really strong pumping of the navel. If for any reason breath of fire does not work for you, you're just going to do a really strong breath in and a really strong breath out. Notice if your thumbs and your hands are wanting to drop, so you can maintain that nice 60-degree angle, shoulders soft. One more minute, hang in there, keep going. Take a long, deep breath in. Exhale it all out. Suspend the breath. Keep holding here, holding here. Lift up on your pelvic floor, your abdominals in and up, and draw the chin towards the throat. And inhale.
Release. Palms down, pausing here, resting in awareness. You're noticing any physical sensation in the body, any shifting of energy, of emotion, of thought. Breath in. Exhale, open the eyes. So our whole set today is this Kriya for elevation. So it's many physical movements and or breath work. Next one is inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, drop the hands to the tops of the shoulders, and we're going to twist. Now, when we twist, I want you to keep your hips squared. Keep your hips squared so that that twist comes from your middle part of your back or right around the rib cage. Inhale, twist to the left, looking as far with the neck as feels comfortable. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. So we won't be here quite as long, just a minute or two. For this one, I want you to connect with Ujjayi breath. Remember, it's like we're fogging up a mirror, except our mouth is closed. A little bit more. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Suspend the breath. Pull up on the pelvic floor, the abdominals, and draw the chin in towards the throat. Lifting energy, circulating it up and down the spine. Or opening of the bandhas or the locks. A little bit more. And release. Bring hands palms down, tops of the thighs, and again, rest in awareness. Breath in. Exhale, open the eyes. All right, moving on, bring the hands to the shins. We're going to flow through a seated cat-cow, utilizing Ujjayi breath, and we're going to throw in a little bit of a silent chant of Sat Nam. So it's going to be Sat on the inhale, go forward. Exhale, Nam, rounding the back. And you can choose to take this slow or fast. I'm just going to show what it looks like fast. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Again, we'll be here for a few minutes, so go ahead, settle in. Ujjayi breath, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, open heart, exhale, round the back, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and then if you're adding the chant, the mantra, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. The Sat Nam is silently to yourself, so you can really get that Ujjayi breath firing up. Keep going. Connecting with what we're doing, we are bringing so much flexibility into our spine with that twist and then this extension. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit up nice and tall. Full deep breath in. Exhale. Now just blow it out the mouth. Hands to the tops of the thighs. And we rest in awareness. With every kind of physical movement, we just want to pause and see what we notice. See what's there. See what we can feel. Breath in. Exhale, open the eyes. Okay, uncross the legs. Send them forward. And we're going to do the same kind of breath, except we're going to be reaching for our feet. And if you can't reach your feet, no worries. You're just going to grab your strap and loop it around the soles of the feet, and you're going to do the same thing. So you're either going to grab your strap, you can grab your shins. If you have the accessibility, you can grab your big toes, but know that that's not important. So our movement's going to be the same. You're going to inhale, lift, exhale, straighten. So, and when you, and I'm going to turn so you can see, when you lift, there's a bend in the knees. So you bend the knees, lift and press the belly into the tops of the thighs. Exhale, straighten, round your back, bring your chin in towards your chest. So we're going to be here again for a couple of minutes. Connect with Ujjayi breath. If you want to add the Sat Nam, Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale. Totally up to you. Make it silent to yourself so that you can really focus on the breath part too. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, open the heart, exhale, round, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep moving with your own breath, your own body. Remember, inhale is Sat, exhale is Nam. Inhale, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam. So here we're still stoking our own fires with this nice Ujjayi breath, but we're starting to wake up the whole posterior chain physically. So that's everything from the backs of the calves all the way up through the thighs, the low back, the upper back, and the neck. And feel free to slow this down. So with every bit of yoga, you have full permission. You are allowed to change it. You're allowed to modify it to take any variation and kind of suit it to your body. So you could do this slower. You could do it faster. You could do it with your strap. You could even doing it sitting on a chair and have the feet on the floor and just have your hands to your thighs. Intention and effort is what's important, and that's your effort. So it doesn't matter your effort compared to another person's. It's your specific effort. A little bit more. Last 10, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, hold the stretch here. So you can kind of soften the grip and just hold this stretch here, resting in awareness. Let the breath be soft. Breath in. Exhale, walk the hands back. All right. So now we're going to take the right foot and just bring it back by the hip. And if this does not work for you, you're going to take the sole of the right foot and bring it in towards your thigh instead. So if that feels funky on your knee, don't do it. Bring the sole of the foot in towards the thigh instead. So those are a couple choices right there. And with this one, we're just going to lift up, we're going to reach, and we're going to hold it and connect with the strong Ujjayi breath. And I want you to kind of slow the Ujjayi breath down a little bit. So it's still that oceanic quality, but it's going to be longer and deeper on the inhale and the exhale. So you're going to lift the chest and then reach down. You can use a strap here too if you want to connect more with your foot. Let your forehead melt down towards your kneecap, towards your shin, and then find your Ujjayi breath. Just holding here. Squeeze your left thigh, flex the foot so toes reach back towards the forehead. And as you breathe, I want you to consciously breathe into the back sides of the lungs again. Fill up and create that space between the shoulder blades. See if there's space to kind of melt down into this even more.
a breath in, slowly come back, and then we're going to switch legs. So sweep the right leg around, and you can choose to bring the sole of the left foot towards the thigh or draw the foot back by the hip. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, melt down. You can choose to use your strap here or not. And you're probably going to notice one side is not the same as the other. That's okay. You're going to melt into this best you can and connect with that Ujjayi breath, long and slow and deep. Breath in. Exhale, slowly come back. And then we're going to flip both feet around and come onto our bellies. And you can choose to be in Sphinx pose, in a baby cobra, or a full cobra for this next little bit. And I'll give you those. So here's your Sphinx pose. Elbows under shoulders. Baby cobra right here, or full cobra. And we're going to be here for a couple of minutes. So you can also choose to start with a bigger variation and then come down as you need to. I just want to check my notes for this, just a moment. Okay, we're going to bring the heels together. So when you come in, find your cobra. See if you can bring the feet together. If that feels bad in your back, I can say if I bring my heels together, I don't love it in my low back. So I'm going to bring my feet a little bit wider. Widen through my collarbones. We're just going to hang out here. Find that engagement in the abdominals and lightly in the glutes. Connect with your Ujjayi breath or just long, slow, deep breathing. And if you need to shift, I can tell I'm not going to stay there the whole time myself. So if you need to shift, go ahead, do that. Take a breath in. And on your exhale, slowly let yourself come down to the mat. And then push back into child's pose. Take your time. I use child's pose as kind of like a counter pose. Breath in. Exhale, come back into seated. And in your seated, we're going to open the legs as wide as you can. So you can open the legs as wide as you can. If you connect with your feet, awesome. It's not the goal. Otherwise, connect with your shins, or even if you had 2 straps, that would work as well. So the breath for this one, you're going to inhale, lift, exhale, drop your forehead down towards your left thigh first, or either one first, doesn't matter. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, drop your forehead down towards your right kneecap or shin. So if you've got your toes, or just find kind of a secure place on your legs. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. And then again, you connect with Ujjayi breath. We're here for a few minutes. A little bit more. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Center, full deep breath in. Exhale, come down in the middle. Find a place to just rest. Doesn't have to be really deep. Allow your forehead to just drop and melt down. You can use a block there as well. Consciously breathe into the back sides of the lungs. Breath in. Exhale, come back. We have one more physical posture before you go into Shavasana, and that's going to be our Sat Kriya. Sat Kriya is a part of this whole Kriya for elevation, but it's definitely a standalone Kriya. So for Sat Kriya, you can choose to sit with the ankles crossed, or you can choose to be in a variation of rock pose. So you can either sit on the feet with the feet flat, or you can tuck the toes and sit on the heels. And that's going to just stretch into the arches of the feet. Either one, I want you to be comfortable that you can sustain this practice. We'll be here anywhere. Let's do kind of in between 1 and 3 minutes. The hand mudra is our Keshi Panahan mudra. So you're going to interlace all of the fingers. I'm going to come close so you can see. So you're going to interlace all the fingers, release the pointers. This is our Keshi Panahan mudra. This is a mudra for elevation. It connects with your crown chakra, your spirituality, the universe, all that is, and it helps to release attachments, which is sometimes what we need if we're wanting to elevate ourselves. No matter where we're elevating, we have to release attachments. We have to release old ideas about who we are and kind of where we might be in our space in the world. If we want to elevate, we have to let that go in order to rise up. So we're going to have our mudra, and the mantra and the breath is Sat Nam, and the Sat is pull in. So pull in, navel into spine, Sat, soften on the Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam. So inhale, Sat, exhale, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam. Mudra, interlace the hands, interlace the fingers, release the pointer fingers up, soften the shoulders here. You're going to close your eyes, bring your focal point to your third eye, center of your forehead. When you're ready, Sat, Nam, 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 Sat, Nam. Keep going. Now that Sat and that inhale should be so strong that you kind of like shake a little bit. The body like there's like a reverberation or a vibration that happens. Sat, Nam, 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 Sat, Nam. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Long, deep breath in. Exhale it all out. Suspend the breath. Pull up on the pelvic floor, the abdominals, and draw the chin in towards the throat. Hold, hold, hold. Lift, lift, lift. So you're squeezing the energy, lifting up from the lower chakras all the way up. Think about energy lifting, lifting, circulating, and even going right out through the tips of your fingers. Hold it a little bit more and release. Bring the hands to the tops of the thighs. Rest in awareness. Breath in. Exhale it out. Open the eyes. All right, nice job. Let's come into Shavasana. This is the space where we absorb, where we integrate this whole practice. So this whole idea of elevation, of us rising up to wherever we might want to be rising up to. So come on to the back, or really anything that feels good or comfortable for you. The knees can be bent, the legs can be long. Just get really comfortable. Allow your breath to soften.
If you are wanting a longer Shavasana, please stay here. If you're ready to move on, gently make your way onto either side for fetal child's pose, drawing the knees in towards the chest. Breath in. Exhale, come back into seated. All right, we're going to kind of end our practice the way we started. We're going to rub our hands, we're going to chant, we're going to offer something to the universe. So we end our practice by rubbing the palms once again. And that heat, that friction. And then bring the hands over the closed eyes. Sealing this practice in, connecting with the energies of our higher chakras. And bring the hands into prayer, the thumbs resting on the sternum. Here's our offering. You can repeat after me if you wish. May all sentient creatures have health and happiness. May all sentient creatures have love and compassion. May all sentient creatures be free from pain and suffering. And then we will chant one long Sat Nam to seal it all in. So when we chant our last Sat Nam, the Sat is very long and the Nam is very short. And again, because of the Zoom settings, I will probably cut out. That's okay. You just keep on going. Take a full deep breath in. Sa. Na. Sat Nam, friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. As always, if you have any questions or comments, let me know.